So I had this crazy idea to use the screen buffer for characters of the LaserDisc player to play Tetris on, setting the screen buffer on it at 4800 baud because that's the speed. Because it is 10 lines by 20 columns, which is sideways from a regular Tetris board, but you know what? Whatever, it's the same size. So I wrote some, well, first of all, I have this little guy here, which converts the serial from the LaserDisc player, level converted, to this Arduino, which is just basically working as a serial converter right now, to USB, to my Mac, and then here I've got a bunch of code here that connects to a serial port, blah, blah, blah. It reads in a command. It kind of abstracts the LaserDisc player to be this command thing here, which returns the response from the LaserDisc player. Anyway, long story short, if you run this, so now it is connected to Arduino Leonardo, and it got a response of R. Okay, so now if you notice the number there that's incrementing once through this loop. So that's the maximum frame rate I can possibly get here. See, I basically send the command #I, which is get the remote button press. If it's FF, then there was no button press, so it just returns. But if it wasn't, then it checks the key code, and then it does something with it. 2, 8, 4, and 6 are the same as 2, 8, 4, and 6 here on the remote. So if I take this and I point it over here and I press 5, for example, you'll see got 5 over there. So that's, I'm pressing it over here. LaserDisc player is receiving it. It's going out through the serial port when this requests it. Goes out over the serial port, comes in here, and I say I got it. Okay. So we're on the same page there. Okay. So now I have 2, 8, 4, and 6, which are like a little D-pad. And I have that character right in the middle there, which is a caret, but it displays it as a block. So if I do 4, it moves to the left. 2, and it moves up. I see a problem there, I'm sure. 8, it moves down, and 6, it moves to the right. Okay, yeah, so great. So I can actually change this. Unfortunately, it is extremely slow. So in order to draw that, I actually have to build a string that is that long with spaces out to there, and I draw that. And you can only replace a full line at a time. So I can't just address it character by character. I assume that you've probably seen the other problem now, which is that frame 42228. I can't figure out how to turn that off. I don't think I can, because that's technically outside of the user area, which I'm including in that 2x20. So the only way I know of to get rid of that is to press this clear button right here. So if I press that, boom, it's gone. And I can press that again, and yeah, it appears again. So if I press 5, so yeah, I think I'm not going to bother trying to do Tetris on this, although it would be a really neat hack. It's just not going to happen. It won't be playable. It's just not worth it.